do it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream success. Well, you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit. Oh, YouTube's freezing. No, what are you waiting for? Do it. Just do it. Yes, you can. Just do it. If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. Yeah, thanks, Shia. We're now in the stream mindset. And we're a little glitchy this morning. I don't know what's been up with my internet lately, but it's been off. So I'm attempting to do the first stream on LinkedIn. Okay, cool. Working there. I'm going to go ahead and pause it. I just want to make sure that it was working. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Interesting that you can actually stream on LinkedIn, of all the things. I did not anticipate doing that. All right, let's turn up the volume. So we are going to be using some of the free play-alongs on my website, jaredoleary.com/drum. All of these play-alongs are available for free. There's over 1,000 of them. There's over 2,000 hours of drumming content for you to enjoy if you choose to do so. Now, I'm going to warm up with Chug, and there's 18 variations currently that are scheduled to be released soon. And right now you have access to the framework, Chug with flam accents and flam taps, and flam accents and rolls. All these other variations will be coming out over the next couple of months. I've actually got stuff scheduled into May, and by the end of today, I'll have stuff scheduled into June. So stay tuned for plenty of content. But today's stream is going to specifically focus on paradiddles and some tools that you can use that are currently available to you to work on your paradiddles. Now, in Chug, there is a variation on here that will be coming out that uses paradiddles and paradiddles. So you do paradiddle, diddle, paradiddle, diddle, paradiddle, paradiddle. Then you repeat that. And then you do 4 of them. Paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. And then you go 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, or 2 pairs, or 4 pairs rather. I can't speak. Now, because this one is not available to you, I want to show you one that you can play this with, and it's the Chug framework. So this framework can be played with anything, whatever your heart desires. All you have to do is go into the timestamp, and then just click a BPM, and then it'll jump straight to that BPM, and you can start working on it. So I'm going to warm up my hands, stretch and massage, and then I'll show you some more tools to work on your paradiddles. So we're going to start off at 100? It'll tap you off, and then you play whatever it is that you want to put inside of this framework. Okay, so we're going to do this 5 times, then I'll stretch and massage. Now, interestingly, Instagram, I'm not streaming on there today. Keeps, like, making me log in. And it screws up the stream. Okay, a couple more reps. Whoops, hit the mic. Alrighty. Just doing it low for fun. It's good to work on different dynamics. Okay, now we're going to stretch and massage. So, First thing I'm going to do is adjust the angle of this a little bit because OCD. So you take your sticks, you hold them so that they're palm facing up, and you hold them like this, and then you pull one in. So it goes like that. Then you go underhand. Then the other one just follows through the same way. And this is a wonderful little stretch that you can do for your forearms just to get nice and relaxed. Highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. Woo-wee. And to get out of the stretch, all you have to do is just go back out the way that you came, and then you're good to go. Now, if you do traditional grip, rotate and hold here, and then rotate and hold here, and do that for like 20, 30 seconds, whatever you need to do. I don't do traditional anymore. Now, I'm going to stretch the underside of the forearm, so you could do this one at a time like this. You could do it like I did yesterday on the wall. Ooh, that feels good. The lower you go, the deeper the stretch. Or you could do it on your pad or whatever, your drums. Just don't put all your weight into it. You don't want to rip stuff. That'd be bad. That would be bad. Unstable internet connection. Nice. Thanks for letting me know, TikTok. Now I'm going to stretch the top side of the forearm. So I could do it one at a time like this, just kind of like pulling the fingers toward you. You could do it on the wall like this. The higher you go, the deeper the stretch. Or you could do it on your pad or even on your legs if you wanted to. But again, don't put all your weight into it. You don't want to tear stuff. Now that I've stretched some of the larger muscle groups, now I'm going to stretch the fingers. So I'm going to do 2 at a time, so this just goes twice as fast. Thumb to thumb. And this just kind of allows you to stretch them both. Is a good one. Just realized that this overhead camera is off-center. So it's like coming at it from a slight angle. Must have bumped it when I was setting up. Whoops. Whoopsies. And now I'm doing index fingers. And then I'm going to do the middle fingers. Just trying to get nice and loose. And then ring fingers. And finally, pinkies. Okay, now, itchy eye. I'm going to massage. So what I'm going to do is massage the thumb on top on the muscle. Like this is what I primarily use when I'm using match grip, so the wrist. So on that, as well as to the sides of it. And then the fingers are going to massage underneath. So we got thumb on top, kind of getting on the main muscles. Sometimes you might need to massage your like bicep if you're doing traditional, or even just any of the other muscle groups from your shoulders on down, depending on like what you did the last couple of days. Usually about the last 48 to 72 hours will kind of have an impact on your drumming. Okay, so now that I've kind of loosened up the forearms, now I'm going to go with the other. Here we go. Yeah. Just get nice and relaxed. Nice and relaxed, folks. Let me double check. Make sure LinkedIn is still working. Now what happens if I refresh? Will it crash it? No. Cool. All right, we're still good. Excellent, says the stream health. All right, good to know. Interesting. Huh. All right, well, first day streaming on LinkedIn. Maybe I should do my Fortnite streams. Later on today, I'll be doing Ghost of Tsushima. I should play that on LinkedIn. That'd be fun, right? What are they going to do? Fire me? I work for myself. Okay, now I'm going to massage the thumb is going to massage the palm, and then the fingers are going to massage the back side of the hand. So just trying to loosen everything up. I do this every single stream. even when I'm not streaming, when I'm just practicing, even on days off if I'm not practicing, and sometimes multiple times a day. Highly recommend it if you want to keep healthy hands so you can be drumming when you're my age. Nice and old. At least according to some of the people who comment on my gaming posts. Like 38 is old if you're like 10, I guess. All right, now we're going to do base to tip of each one of the fingers at least 2 times, just kind of massage my way up them. Depending on how each finger is feeling, I might massage it a little bit longer. Oh, a little pop there. Enjoy that ASMR. Yeah, so like streaming on LinkedIn, and I'm also streaming on Twitter, but I have like the chat disabled on that, like all the places. Like if you had asked me like 5 years ago if I'd be streaming on LinkedIn and on Twitter, I'd be like, no. Why on earth would I do that? It's funny how life can just point you in new directions. Like, my career has shifted so many times because I just feel like exploring a new path. Like, all my degrees are music education, and then when I finished all the coursework for my doctorate in music education, I went and started teaching computer science education, and now I'm doing, like, content creation for YouTube. Like, wait, what? How did I... Don't worry about it. All right, so we've massaged, we've gotten nice and relaxed on all of our fingers, our hands, etc. So now let's get back into playing. And by the way, I'm using heavy sticks. These are great for practicing, build up your chops and whatnot. So I'm going to try and get to a point where my hands just completely fall apart. So we're going to intentionally chop out here, going faster than we should. Paradiddle diddles and paradiddle. You can also do paradiddle 4s. I'll show you that one. Let's jump up. So again, all the play alongs, you just jump to whatever BPM you want in the timestamps. We'll just go to 110. And then if it ends up with a 0 or a 5, it gives you like a few seconds to get yourself set up in case you need to like put your sticks or whatever, like get ready to go. And then it'll tap off. All the other BPMs just immediately tap off. Pair 4. Pair 4, pair 4. 4. 4. Sloppy, but paradiddle 4, paradiddle 4. So the 4's on the left. And I don't know why, but that's easier on traditional, but, you know, I marched that for years, so maybe that's why. Okay, let's try it at 120. And then I want to show you some other stuff that you can use to speed up your paradiddles. Ew! This grooves. Oh yeah. Here we go. Threw in some paradiddle 4s in there for fun. Okay, that was like right on the edge of the tipping point. These Hardeman hammers are rough to play really fast with. So since it's on the edge, let's tip it over. I'm gonna go up by 5 this time. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Boop. All right, here we go. Okay, well, we found the breaking point. Cool, it was fun. So that is one way that you can work up paradiddles and paradiddle diddles, but I want to show you another way. Okay, so there's a bunch of chop exercises in here. They're great. They're a lot of fun. Not necessarily great for paradiddles. Another way that you can work up your paradiddles actually is with sticking variations. So inside of here, you can find the paradiddle sticking. And so you could do that. There's different permutations of it, like paradiddle on 2, on 3, on 4, paradiddle every 5 notes, etc. There's also paradiddle diddle. That's not necessarily great for speed, but it's a good way to just kind of like work on your accents and taps and whatnot. But another way that you can actually work on speed, if we scroll past all this stuff and get into the technique section, we have this little playlist called Rudiment Zoom Zooms. And right now you have access to 1, 2, 3. You don't have access to these yet. So these will be coming out over the next couple months. Again, I have stuff scheduled into May. About to be into June after today. But this one just came out 21 minutes ago. So let's take a look at what this one is. So this exercise actually learned from Vern Johnson, who was the tenor soloist from Blast. And so it starts off with playing a, like, how do I want to describe this? It starts off with like one portion of the paradiddles. So you're playing and then you do it off the left. And then you, this is measure 2. I'm not explaining this very well. I don't want to do this. Let's just go over it. Okay, so measure 1, you just start off with playing eighth notes, and then let's just play it. Why not just do that, Jared? Too slow. Let's do 70, I think. Yeah, that should be a good enough speed that I can talk over it. What? Timestamps are off. What? I gotta fix that. Unacceptable. Oh yeah, my wife did name this one. I thought it was hilarious. So we went with it. Okay, so yeah, hour 36. No, this is... Oh, why has it got the wrong numbers? All right, let's fix this. Let's fix it. Timing. I had to do this yesterday. Okay, so let's see. What BPM is this? 45. It says that it should be about 47 minutes into it. Is this correct? Yes. All right, cool. Let's go down here. Let's copy. And let's edit the video timestamps. Let's go down there and paste. And save. And let's go back. I'm glad I caught that on the day it came out. Okay. So now it should have the correct timestamp. So let's see. This should start me off with a little bit of a respite before it counts off. Yep. Okay. Okay, so there's accents. Then you play paradiddles. Then you do the same thing off the left. So this is one portion of the paradiddle. Then you start off the right again, but now you're going to play the first 3 notes. Forgot one off the left. Okay. So the whole point of this is to make it so that you can speed up your paradiddles. So it does the last 3 notes of the paradiddles, or another way of saying that is it gets rid of the second note on here. So you have da 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 da, and then you play the paradiddle. Then you do it off the left, same thing. And then it plays the first 3 notes of the paradiddle. So you're going to make it so that if you can play this faster, or this, then that's going to help out when you actually put those together, and you get a paradiddle, etc. Okay? So this is a great exercise for working on that. Now, what I recommend doing is starting off slow. This can go as slow as 20 beats a minute, and then slowly working your way up. Can go all the way as fast as 160. Okay, so it's a good exercise for speeding up your paradiddles. So we're going to start off at 40. And, I'll go by tens because then I want to show you another exercise that you can do to work on your paradiddles. And then I'm going to chop out. Well, maybe I'll spend more time with this. We'll see how I feel after this. Okay, so you're just doing downstrokes on all of these. You want to be nice and light. Whoops. Started playing the third measure of that line. Okay, so now we do the first 3 notes. Again, trying to stay relaxed. Okay. Let me take a look at the timestamps to see how long it would take. So that was at 40. So okay, so it'd take 12 minutes to do that. I don't want to just go 1 click at a time. Today, I'm gonna go 5 clicks at a time, and we'll just kind of see what data it gives me. Maybe on the next chop or technique stream rather, like on Saturday. Maybe I'll break this down more. But we'll go by 5s so I can just kind of see how it gets when I go faster. Again, stay nice and relaxed on these accents. You want to just kind of pull back. But don't overemphasize, don't squeeze the sticks. Just let the gravity and the weight of the stick do the work for you. All right, Fitty, here we go. Itchy foot. Or ankle, I guess, if I want to be more specific. Maybe today I'll play something with Swiss drags in it. That'd be fun. When I chop out here in a little bit. A little late on my attack. Gravity, it still works. Whew, I bet you were worried. Gotta test that. You never know. Could turn off. Alright, let's go to 60. SP Nathan, I feel like I'm making pretty good progress with your stick control. Awesome. I'm trying to get better dynamics. Ah, yeah. Yep. Yeah, so slow it down. Just take it nice and slow. That's how you get better. Treat the slow technique like you would if you were playing something fast. So the goal when I'm playing this is to use the same technique that I would use when I'm playing something fast. And that's how you can do that. Most of the time that I actually practice is spent playing slow, like 80% of the time. Unless it's like yesterday's stream, where I'm just chopping out. Today I'm just getting some data for some things that I'll work on another stream. So I'm going a little faster. But that's great to hear. Hopefully these play-alongs are helping you out on your journey. I like that my wife named this one. So she's also a percussionist. And when I was talking to her, I was just like, what do I name this type of exercise that helps you speed up a rudiment or a sticking or whatever? And so we were just kind of like bouncing some ideas back off, like, what about this? What about this? And she's like, what about Paradiddle Zoom Zoom? And we both laughed so hard. I was just like, all right, that's it. Like, it's ridiculous. So we're going with it. What was that, 60? It's nice being married to a percussionist. In fact, that's actually her drum kit, the one that I practice on. Mine is in a different part of the room. Hers is prettier. So we use that for the stream. It's funny, right? She's got a good sense of humor. Makes me laugh every day. Okay, so I was noticing that my accents are getting a little heavy, so I need to loosen that up a bit as I continue to speed this one up. Gotta stay light. Even though I'm playing with these extra heavy sticks, like, gotta play like I'm playing light. Just tap it in. Just tap it in. Taparoo. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I wonder if it holds up. Is it still good? Like, when I was a teenager, I was like, this is hilarious. But now that I'm, not a teenager, I'm 20, okay? Just kidding. Could make that joke in front of like elementary kids and they'd be like, wow, you're 20? No. Not even close. They'd be like, you're so old. My favorite is when they'd be like, you're as old as my mom, or you're as old as my dad. And then I do the math and be like, wow, I'm so glad I did not have kids at that age. Or, you know, just in general. Like, no offense. It's just my personal and my wife's choice as well. Like, just not interested. To each their own, though. If you got kids and you're happy, sweet. That's great. Kids are funny, though. They made me laugh all the time. I like this exercise. This is supposed to help out with the speed of your paradiddles. Are having some difficulties like playing paradiddles as fast as I possibly could. And so Vern Johnson showed me this one. It's a good one. Again, he's a cadet's tenor tech formerly, and tenor soloist on blast. So he's good. Very good. Yeah. 90. And let's get some water. I need to stay hydrated. Bet you thought I wouldn't get that tap off. Woo! Barely made it. What's my favorite paradiddle variation? So, like, okay, so I'll answer that two different ways. So, rudimental percussion, I'd say the one with a diddle on 1 and 4 and a flam on 3. So, a book report. So, digga-da-cha, digga-digga-da-cha. That one's a fun one. Diddle, flam, diddle, diddle, flam, diddle, diddle. And then if I'm playing on drum kit, a fun one that's super simple to do is just a paradiddle with an extra left at the end. So a paradiddle tap. So paradiddle tap, paradiddle tap, paradiddle tap, paradiddle tap. So that one, you could like even put an accent on it. And then just like let that bleed over the line until you get to like 4 and then go back into whatever you want. But that one's a good one. So, yeah. You haven't heard of book reports? Oh, you have heard of them, but you haven't practiced it. They're fun. There's a few grid variations of book reports, so you like move the accent on my website. etc. So if you want to work on that, you could. But yeah, they're good. They're good. 95. Do you have a favorite though? Yeah, the 5-lit one on drum kit. That one's fun. It's groovy. Just like put it on the bell while you put your left on, like snare or something. That's fun. My drinking was in time. That's funny you say that, because I have some clips that I've shared as some shorts where I'm like literally laughing in time with like the metronome. I'm like, that's too good. Percussionist through and through. Ooh, wow, triple digits. Wow. I went too far. I can number. Not a numberologist. Do a 5-lit book report. Hello. You like paradiddles? Oh, those are good too. So, you can do some fun stuff with that. Let's see. So I don't know if you know this one. It's like a paradiddle, except you take off the very last note. It's called a paradiddle stop. Paradiddle stop. Paradiddle stop. So instead of now, where this gets really interesting is you could just like accent the left. And then like switch between the two, paradiddle stop, and then with the accent on the left. So that one's a good one. It sounds weird, but it's fun to play. 10 out of 10 would paradiddle stop again. 105. Whoop. Let's go. After I get to a breaking point, then I'll show you another way that you can work on paradiddles. Ew. Yeah, I could definitely work on this one more. It's cool, right? It's a good one. See, I know fun things sometimes. Yeah. Okay. I think 120 will probably be the breaking point. Let's rip that Band-Aid off. Let's do it. Jump right into it. Ooh, good stretch. Yikes. That's perfect. It was so good, I'm stopping it because I don't want to show off. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So this exercise is available. Now there's 2 more that are here under the rudiment zoom zooms. Thank you again, wifey. Slow, fast, slow, or fast, slow, fast. These ones will come out later. Give it like a couple weeks, I think. Maybe even for like a month for that one. But slow, fast, slow starts off very slow, and then it goes up to whatever your highest tempo is that you want, and then it goes all the way down to slow tempo. It can go from 40 to 60, or from 40 to 240. And then fast, slow, fast is the exact opposite of that. So you'd start off with like a paradiddle, and then you slow it down, and then you speed it back up. Okay, so this one, let's see. Let's do 80, 40, 80. So I'm going to do paradiddles with this, and we'll do it as 30-second notes, I guess. Yeah. So you just sit here and play your rudiment with this, and it's going to go 1 click at a time slower. Slow, fast, slow does the opposite, where it starts off at 40. Yikes. I like shrugged my shoulders and I screwed up my playing. Once it gets to 40, it's going to hold it for 4 measures. I can barely hear it. I need to turn up my volume. Then after it holds it for 4 measures, it goes up 1 click at a time. You can play this with anything. A drum groove on drum set, drum kit. So this helps you refine your technique slowly with whatever you want. The other one, slow, fast, slow, is also great for just like working on your endurance at faster speeds. This one might be better for refining technique because you spend more time at 40 than you do on the other one. Again, when you slow this down, you really got to focus on not like overemphasizing these accents. Just pull back, let the weight of the stick. I can barely hear it. Yeah, this is super good for control. I just wish my volume was louder. Live and you learn. Magic trick for you there. It's called the pad slide. Okay, so now it's going to hold it for 4 measures. And then it'll start speeding it up after this. Yikes. A little extra seasoning on that paradiddle. And now we go to 41. Whee! So it takes a few minutes to go through this, but it's great for working on whatever you want. Paradiddle diddles, paradiddle stops, whatever you want to play. Flam drags. This exercise took forever to write out. It's literally thousands of pages to be able to create this in Sibelius. took like a week or two just for one of them. Then I had to do the same thing for the other one. Compared to like some of the other ones, like the grid variations, those are a lot easier. This one was so unique, I couldn't start with a template. It's interesting how different the pad sounds, depending on where I'm at. I was just noticing that my right and my left pitch were different, but it's not like a playing thing, it's just a pad issue. Okay, so this will go back up to 80 and then it's going to stop. And it stops. And then it goes up 5 clicks faster. 85, 40, 85, etc. So that's a great one. And then again, slow, fast, slow is the exact opposite of that. Starts slow, goes fast, goes slow again. Okay. These can be found under the technique stuff. So if you scroll past the chops, scroll past the limb independence, scroll past the grid variations, scroll past the lessons, and the stuff I use, they're found under the rudiment zooms, or if you just go to the technique playlist, this one has all of them organized into one. And a lot of these you don't have access to yet, but stay tuned. There's plenty of them coming out over the next couple of months. If you don't want to go to my website, that's totally fine. You don't have to. I mean, you can stay on YouTube. If you go to the Home tab, underneath the drumming content, just click on the header, and then it only shows you the drumming stuff. That way you don't have to look at the gaming stuff if you don't want to, or the computer science stuff if you don't want to. Whatever works for you. And you can find the link to my website just in the link section here. So everything's organized. The podcast, the drum stuff, the game stuff, all neatly here. It's easier for me to organize it on my website than it is on YouTube, but I totally get it if you don't want to go to a website and you just want to stay here. Just go to the Home tab. Because if you go to videos, you're literally going to find thousands of drumming play-alongs. Good luck finding the one you're looking for, mixed in with all the computer science stuff, the gaming stuff, etc. Like, you're not going to find it. So, Home tab, etc. All right, let's go back. I'm going to chop out. So let's play something from the chop playlist. What do I want to play to you? No, I already did Blue Devils 99 yesterday. That one had paradiddles. I was trying to think of like a shopping spree that has paradiddles in it. That would be fun. Oh, let's do slow paradiddle. Okay, we could do that one. All right, so this is funny. So the accents make the paradiddle. Let's do a chutichuhs. This is quite the chop burner. Okay, so whoops, I clicked on the wrong one. Slow paradiddle with chutichuhs. This one. Okay, so this one starts off with paradiddle on the accents. So you're doing back-to-back or one-handed rudiments, which that's some of the names for this. But you do normal, flam accent, and then on the right. And then you do a second one on the right again, so back-to-back. Let's start off at 120. So this first page is check, and then the second page will include the chutichuhs. There's so many grace notes in that exercise. It's great. For working on your chops, it is. All right, 130. We're going to chop out. And then I'm going to tear this down and get ready for Ghost of Tsushima stream. Stay tuned. That game is sweet. We got to Act 2. Yeah. 140. Let's go. This will probably be the breaking point. Maybe. Stay tuned, folks. I know, right? It's a great game. Try it again. Dance break. Paradiddle, paradiddle. Okay. Now that's just one of the many different variations of slow paradiddle that you can use, as well as many different chop exercises, technique exercises, grid exercises, literally over 1,000. All for free. Use the timestamps in the description. Jump to whatever BPM you want. Now the sticks that I'm using, by the way, you can find here. I highly recommend all these books that are on here for different reasons. Many of them I used in college and whatnot. Here's concert snare books. Here's drum kit books. Here's some mallet books. Rudimental books. Timpani. Here are the heads, the hardware I use on drum kit and whatnot. Here are the pads I use, and here are the sticks I'm using these Hardeman hammers. They're fantastic for working on your chops and whatnot, so highly recommend them. They're double taped, so they are extra beefy, but they're wonderful. I'm going to call it here. I'm going to get set up for Ghost of Tsushima. And, yeah. Stay tuned for more drumming tomorrow. I should be on drum kit tomorrow, working on Limb Independence. Got a bunch of charts. I got a lot of them out right now. But there's more that are also... I gotta move this. Going to be coming out in May. These 31 through 40. So stay tuned for more. Plenty of content. New one every day. Anyways, I appreciate y'all stopping by, and I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. And yeah.